Okay, so what the hell are they hiding at Bear Creek Overlook? On a summer day in 2007, Barbara Bolick went on a hike with her new friend Jim in Montana's Bitterroot Mountains. Barbara had spent years by this point hiking around in the area. In fact, she had literally done the Bear Creek Overlook Trail countless times before. It was her favorite hike. She knew the trail so well that she basically could have done it blindfolded. And because this area of Montana is home to grizzly bears and mountain lions, Barbara always carried a .357 Magnum pistol when she was hiking. Barbara Bolick was just mere feet away from her hiking partner when, in just a matter of seconds, she vanished without a trace. 1 second she was there, the next she was gone. And I don't mean that she fell out of sight or she was grabbed by someone. She truly just vanished right in front of her hiking partner. No screams, no footprints, nothing at all. According to Jim, himself and Barbara had made it to the actual Bear Creek Overlook. They stopped here to have a snack, and they chatted with two young men who had hiked to the overlook with their dog. At some point, these two men began hiking back to the trailhead, leaving Jim and Barbara behind to enjoy the overlook. And then, sometime between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m., Jim and Barbara decided to also begin making their way back. Barbara led the way as they departed from the overlook, but Jim decided that he needed to take one final look at the beautiful view. And so while Barbara was 20 to 30 feet in front of him, Jim kind of turned around again, and he spent no more than 45 seconds taking in the view for the last time. And when he looked forward again, Barbara was gone. Jim hiked a little bit further down the trail, figuring that Barbara might have just kind of pulled ahead of him out of sight. But as he continued to hike further and further, he still saw no sign of her. He began meticulously searching the trail, but he found no discarded gear. He found no marks on the trail that would indicate a struggle or a fall. He found nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. He hadn't heard anything after he turned around to look at the view. He didn't hear any screams. He didn't hear any loud or concerning sounds at all. Pretty soon after, a massive search for Barbara was launched. The Bear Creek Overlook Trail was scoured by ground searchers, dogs, even aircraft. And usually when a hiker goes missing, even if the hiker themselves aren't located, there's usually some sort of evidence that's found, maybe a piece of their gear or some prints in the dirt, or at the very least their scent is tracked by dogs, which gives some initial clues into what direction they traveled. What makes Barbara's disappearance so baffling is that despite a professional and very thorough search, none of the things I just mentioned were found. Literally nothing. So how could someone just vanish right in front of their hiking partner? I mean, there has to be some sort of explanation, right?